To help us remember the order in which we do our arithmetic, some bright little mathematician came up with this acronym PEMDAS. PEMDAS tells us the order in which we do our arithmetic. The very first operations that we want to look for are represented by the P, which stands for parentheses. In this case, we might have a problem where we have parentheses around some operation, and we want to make sure to do those first. Second, we look for any problems that have exponents. For instance, 2 squared has an exponent. 2 has an exponent of 2, okay? And we want to make sure to calculate those second. Third, we go to the MD, and that stands for multiplication and division. Now, we always want to look at multiplication and division from left to right. So that means if I have a problem like 4 times 3 divided by 2, I'm always going to start at the left and do 12 and then do my division to get 6. Lastly comes addition and subtraction, noted by AS. And again, we want to do it from left to right. So if we have a problem like 4 plus 3 minus 2, then we'll always start with the left and get 7 here, and then subtract 2 to get 5. So again, PEMDAS stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, and addition and subtraction, PEMDAS. So looking back at the example from the beginning of the video, when we're trying to find the value of 27 minus 12 divided by 3, which one of these two solutions is correct? Well, if you're paying attention to PEMDAS and doing the correct order of operations, you would know that 23 is your correct answer. Let's take a look at a bunch of examples of doing the correct order of operations. Notice that at the top of each of these problems, I've placed the word PEMDAS, and along with it, helpful symbols to help you remember what PEMDAS means. Again, we start by looking for any parentheses and do the work within those first. Then we look for any exponents and do those. Then we look for multiplication and division from left to right, which means if division comes first, then on the left, then we do that. If multiplication comes first on the left, then we do that. And finally, we finish off with addition and subtraction, also from left to right. Let's take a look at these examples, and hopefully you'll get a better idea of how they work. In our first problem here, we want to find the value of 4 plus 15 times 12. Now would be a good time to pause the video, try this problem on your own, and then come back to it and see if you did it correctly. To find the value of 4 plus 15 times 12, we need to go back to PEMDAS and figure out what the correct order is. Do we have any parentheses? No. Do we have any exponents in this problem? No, we don't. Do we have any multiplication or division? Yes, we do, which means we're going to start with that first. Okay? So 15 times 12 gives us 180. And over here, this hasn't changed any, so I just add it back in. 4 plus 180 then gives us 184. And there is our final answer. In this problem, we're going to find the value of 9 times the quantity of 2 plus 4. Anytime you see parentheses like this, we say the quantity of whatever's in between there. So again, 9 times the quantity of 2 plus 4. Let's go ahead and solve this one. And again, now would be a great time to pause the video, try this on your own, and then come back and see if you did it properly. So we've got 9 times the quantity of 2 plus 4. And let's look at PEMDAS and see how we should do this. So, do we have any parentheses? Yes, we do, around the 2 plus 4. So we're going to start with that. And 2 plus 4 is 6. We bring down that 9 times, and now we can simply see we just have to multiply these two numbers to get 54. In this next problem, we're going to find the value of 60 divided by the quantity of 4 plus 8. Again, pause the video, try the problem on your own, and then come back and see if you did it properly. So we've got 60 divided by the quantity of 4 plus 8. Let's look at PEMDAS to see the order we need to do this in. Do we have any parentheses? Yes, of course we do right here. So we're going to do 4 plus 8. That gives us 12. And let's bring back down this 60 divided by. And again, we're left with just a simple division problem. 60 divided by 12 gives us 5. And there's our answer. This next problem is a little more challenging because there's several operations going on. But if you stick with and follow PEMDAS, it will take you to the right solution. Go ahead and pause the video, try it out on your own, and come back and check to see that your solution matches mine. Alright, so we've got 27 plus 15 divided by 3 times 2. PEMDAS tells us to look for parentheses first. We don't have any parentheses. Let's look for exponents next. There are no exponents. And then multiplication or division from left to right. Now this is a little bit tricky because we do have division and multiplication in this problem, but again we need to do it from left to right. So our division comes first because it's on the left, so we're going to do that one first. 15 divided by 3 gives us 5. Now I'm going to go ahead and stick that 27 plus 5 in there and bring down the multiplication as well. So now we've got 27 plus 5 times 2. Continuing on, we do have some multiplication here, and that comes before addition, so we're going to go ahead and multiply 5 times 2. Again, bring that 27 plus down, and now we've got 27 plus 10, and we can do that and get 37 as our final answer. This next problem is somewhat similar to the last one, but give it a shot, see how you do, and check your answers and make sure that you're understanding each of the steps. So we've got 40 divided by 2 minus 2 times 5. Again, PEMDAS tells us to start with parentheses, and we don't have any parentheses. And then we go to exponents, and we don't have any exponents. Next, we look for multiplication or division, and we, again, have both of those. And again, we want to go from left to right. So we're going to start with division because it's on the left. 40 divided by 2 gives us 20. And I'm going to continue to write the rest of the problem down just like I usually do. So we've got 20 minus 2 times 5. Now, we have multiplication in there, which again comes before subtraction, so we're going to do that problem. We'll get 10, bring that 20 minus down, and 20 minus 10 should be pretty easy. It gives us 10. This final problem is a challenge. It's going to take all of your PEMDAS knowledge to solve it. So give it a shot, pause the video, and then come back and check your answers and see if you got the right solution. Alright, so PEMDAS tells us to start with parentheses first, and we do have some parentheses. We've got them right here in this 28 minus 7. When we do that, we get 21. And I'm going to rewrite all of the rest of this problem so that you can see it step by step. Okay, now we look and see if we have any more parentheses. No, we don't have any parentheses. Do we have any exponents? And yes, we do have exponents. That 2 squared has an exponent, so we're going to go ahead and calculate that. So we get 7 minus 4, because 2 squared equals 4, plus 3 times 21 divided by 7 minus 4. Okay, again, no parentheses, no more exponents. Next is multiplication and division from left to right. So let's take a look. We've got some multiplication here that comes before the division. So let's go ahead and do that. 3 times 21 gives us 63. And again, we have a 7 minus 4 plus out here. Divide by 7, subtract 4. And here we go. Now we're just left with this division. And we'll do that first. 63 divided by 7 gives us 9. We get 7 minus 4 plus 9 minus 4. And I am running a little bit out of room here. Let me move this up. And now we're left with addition and subtraction, but we want to do it from left to right. So our 7 minus 4 gives us 3 plus 9 minus 4. 3 plus 9 gives us 12 minus 4, and we can see that's equal to 8. So again, our answer is 8, in case you can't see it down at the bottom. And hopefully you got this correct. So remember, PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division from left to right, addition and subtraction from left to right. The order does matter. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. That's PEMDAS.